Hello everyone, I'm David Celdran, your quizmaster. Welcome you all to another nail-biting episode of Bilyonaryo Quiz B. In this thrilling quiz show, challenging questions bring promising young contestants closer to winning a life-changing 1 million pesos. Now, we already have 2 grand finalists in the running. Today's episode is one of 3 matches that will determine who the last finalist is. Now, will he come from today's batch of contestants? Well, we're ready to find out. That's right. Here at Bilyonaryo News Channel, we celebrate not just knowledge and quick thinking, but also the courage. That's right, the courage it takes to step forward and compete on this grand stage. Now, it takes guts to compete at this level of intellect, and for that alone, these college students have our respect, our deep respect. And so, everyone, let's meet our gutsy contenders, starting with contestant number 1, who is a 19-year-old freshman studying BS Entrepreneurial Management with a dream of launching a healthy food business. Interesting. He's a trivia enthusiast, voracious reader, and self-described growth mindset advocate who finds inspiration in popular TV quiz shows just like our own. So everyone, please give a warm welcome to University of Asia and the Pacific's Mikolo Albert Rivera. Miko. Hello, Mick. Take your podium. Fantastic. Can't wait to talk to you later on. Now let's meet our next contestant. That's right, contestant number 2 is a 22-year-old secondary education major in Filipino Junior at the University of Rizal system. He has a deep passion for Philippine history. Well, let's find out later on. As a former rap battle MC, he also brings a very unique storytelling voice to Bilyonaryo Quiz B. So let's bring him out. Drop a beat and a tempo, he's ready to compete. Here's Tristan, Guillermo. Yep, we try to make it rhyme. Just like a rapper, indeed. Hey, Kurt, can't wait to hear your rap later on. All right, let's meet contestant number 3. He's a 22-year-old psychology student who is a consistent university scholar and a passionate advocate for mental health. So far, he's logged over 1,000 days on Duolingo, learning French. Now, this is in preparation for his participation in a student exchange program in Paris this coming September. So let's say bonjour to UP Diliman Zyrus, Vander, Rico. Hello, Zyrus, bonjour. I like that. All right, that's cool. All right, looks like you're all enjoying yourselves already, and we haven't even started the competition yet. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please show your support for our contestants as they rise to the incredible challenge posed by BQB. Now let's take a look at the mechanics of today's competition.
Today's elimination episode will consist of 3 rounds of collegiate-level questions. The first 2 rounds will cover history, science and technology, arts and literature, math and logic, geography and nature, and general information. Contestants must listen very carefully as I read each question out loud. Remember, only the viewers at home have the benefit of reading them on screen. After round 2, the contestants with the highest score will advance to the final bonus round, while 2 with the lowest scores will be eliminated. Let's break down the mechanics of round 1. There are 12 questions worth 1,000 pesos each. The first contestant to buzz gets to answer. Correct answers earn points, while incorrect answers give the remaining opponents a chance to steal. Let's see who can outsmart and outbuzz their opponents in round 1 of the Bilyonaryo Quiz B.
All right, contestants, we will have a chance to chat with each other later on in round 2, but for now, let's get ready for round number 1, and these will be relatively easy questions as far as BQB is concerned, okay, at 1,000 pesos each. Now, just a reminder, and this is a very important reminder, please do not, when you press the buzzer, make sure I acknowledge you first before you give an answer. Otherwise, you lose your chance to steal in case you weren't the one who had a chance to actually answer that question, okay? Not to mention, you might give away your answers for free to the other competitors, okay? Now, to our viewers, remember that while all of you at home can see the questions clearly presented as graphics on screen later on, our contestants here only hear them. That's right, they only hear them here in the studio. They don't see anything. So attempting to decipher complex questions, especially those math problems and scientific problems, without any visual aids is indeed much harder than it actually seems from where you're sitting at home. Now, let's begin with some easy questions from round number 1. Let's start with a question in history for 1,000 pesos. The revered statue of the Black Nazarene of Quiapo was brought to Manila in 1606 from what city in the Americas?
Mexico City, Mexico, or...
That is incorrect. From what city in the Americas? Kurt, Zyrus, would like to steal. Kurt, what's your answer? Oh, okay. That was just a nervous reaction. Okay.
Yes.
No problem with that. Okay. Mick, very close. Acapulco. It was Acapulco. Remember the galleon trade was between Acapulco and Manila, and it was actually from Acapulco that the black Nazarene was transported to our part of the world. This was by the Augustinian Recollect missionaries via that galleon trade. Okay, that was in 1606. Let's go to our next question. Science and technology. What part of the eye dilates or enlarges when you see something or someone? Kurt?
Pupil.
That is correct. When you see someone or something that you like, your eyes get bigger. So when you're in love with someone, your pupils start to get larger. Or when you're excited, right? When you like what you're eating, right? Next question. Art and literature. In what French adventure novel will you encounter Athos, Porthos, and Aramis? Zyrus, you're going to Paris soon. You better know this.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame?
At least that is set in France. Now that's incorrect. Mick, Kurt, would like to try. French novel.
I don't know if this is French, but Don Quixote.
That's Spanish. That's
Spanish.
not correct. Mick, give it a shot.
The Three Musketeers.
Correct. Three Musketeers. Les Trois Mousquetaires by Alexandre Dumas. Okay? And that was, of course, the three characters who were the Three Musketeers, Athos, Porthos, and Aramis, or in French, Aramis. Next question. Math and logic. In logic, the abbreviation IFF stands for what phrase that begins and ends with the same word? IFF. I would imagine sometimes you put it in your text messages. If and only if. IFF. If and only if. It signifies a biconditional statement, meaning if and only if. Next question. Geography and nature, you might like this. What misnamed animal originated in South America but not Africa? It's actually a rodent and not a member. Kurt?
Capybara.
No. And again, what misnamed animal originated in South America, actually, not Africa? It's actually a rodent, not a member of the swine family. Mick?
The guinea pig.
Yes, the guinea pig, indeed. Guinea, of course, is not in Africa. It's in South America. And it's not the swine family. It's not a pig. It's actually a rodent. That's right. Just for those who are interested in trivia, that's right. The theory is the name originated from the 16th century when these rodents were sold for a guinea. The cost of each was a guinea, each in England. And then their pig-like squeals, the sound of this rodent sounded like pigs, and therefore the name was given guinea pigs. Okay? Interesting. You always learn something here on BQB, something new. Next question. General information. What is a popular name of the U.S. Navy Strike Fighter Tactics Instructor course? It focuses on teaching advanced fighter pilot tactics and techniques. Kurt?
Just a guess, Navy SEAL.
Navy SEAL is not correct. Not a bad guess. U.S. Navy after all. But for pilots, time is up. The answer is Top Gun. Top Gun, yeah, the movie, Top Gun, right? You have Tom Cruise flying those jets. That was part of that very specialized training course and very advanced. They say the best pilots in the US Navy, if not in the world, graduate from Top Gun. Next question. History. What major prehistoric age or period began around the 4th millennium BC and is sandwiched between the Stone Age and the Iron Age? Kurt?
Bronze Age.
Correct. The Bronze Age. And it was called the Bronze Age because it was characterized by the use of bronze tools. Okay? Iron Age, iron tools. Stone Age, stone tools. Okay. Let's go to our next question. And this one is a picture quiz, which means you'll have to look at our screens for the clue, the visual clue. All right. Look at this image. Shown are the aurora borealis, or northern lights. They appear when the Earth's atmosphere and magnetic field interact with what stream of protons and electrons from outer space? That is the aurora borealis. We're not asking you to tell us what that is. What we're asking you is, with what stream of protons and electrons from outer space? It's solar wind, right? It's solar wind, and that's what causes this visual effect on the sky. which, by the way, if you actually go to the Northern Hemisphere, is hard to see with your own naked eye. Usually, these pictures come out using cameras and other photographic equipment. Next question. Arts and literature. At age 106, what celebrated tattoo artist was the oldest woman? Mick?
Apo Wang Od.
Yeah, that's right. Apo Wang Od, or just Wang Od. She goes by many names. There's Wang Od Ogay, Maria Ogay. Apo Wang Od is one of them. All right, let's go to our next question. This is question number 10, math and logic. You may or may not need to write down this. How many eighths are there in 2.5? How many eighths are there in 2.5? In the nick of time, Zyrus.
20.
Yes, it is 20. 1,000 points for you. Close fight. Let's go to geography and nature once again. And listen carefully. What U.S. landmark has a waistline measuring 35 feet and wears a pair of sandals, each 25 feet long? Mick.
The Statue of Liberty.
That is definitely correct. Statue of Liberty, Lady Liberty, or Liberty Enlightening the World. That's her actual formal full name. Let's go to our last question. This is in general information. Roomba Size was the original name of what fitness program introduced in the 90s by Colombian dancer Beto Mick?
Zumba.
It is Zumba. Colombian dancer Beto Perez. Or how do they say that in Brazilian? Perez. Beto Perez. Beto Perez. Zumba is the correct answer. All right, Mick, 5,000 points so far. But you know how this works? Anyone can still catch up in the next round because it's 2,000 points each. Kurt has 2,000, he's in striking distance, and so is Zyrus from UP Diliman with 1,000 points. Let's find out who will win this competition and move on to our semi-final round. Ladies and gentlemen, round 2 is up next. Bilyonaryo Quiz B, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Bilyonaryo Quiz B, the battleground for sharp minds and quick thinkers. But before we test our college contestants' knowledge, speed, and wits across diverse topics, we have a chance to ask them just a few very easy personal questions. Don't worry. Let's start you off with Mick. Mick, I was intrigued. You know, in your application, you mentioned that you were interested in putting up a food business. Tell us more about that.
Basically, I want a food business that would specialize on the needs of the health. As you know, the Philippines is facing a health crisis. There are many people who are facing different health problems, diseases like
all
diabetes.
Over the world, in fact, yeah.
Yes, and even here, it's no joke. So with this healthy food store, I'll be able to introduce the masses. I hope the masses would like what I'm going to offer.
Do you have any name for this? Is it a restaurant? Is it a cafe? What is it?
Well, this is way different from my computer class. I named my business Tonic Cow, but I only know that 3 words would be cow because it kind of reminds me like a fast food store, but this is alternative to the fast food stores that are dominating the Filipino market.
All right, let that idea germinate. Let it go through the motions of more years of thinking about it, preparing for it, finding investors. Hopefully, Mick. Thank you so much. That was a great initiative of yours, Kurt. You know, I think we don't know this. Our viewers don't know this. I know all your friends at home, all your classmates and schoolmates all know that you are a battle rapper.
Yes, sir.
What exactly is a battle rapper?
It is a sport where you debate with a fellow rapper.
Pero you're rapping,
you
right?
You diss him. Like you insult, you throw insult.
So what does it
like
take
that.
to be a champion battle rapper?
You need to most of all, you need to exude confidence.
That's right.
Because that is
Kasi
about...
may ganyan yan, di ba? May konting swag yan, di ba?
Yes.
It's not just like...
It's about the swag. And you need to...
But you gotta be smart too.
Yes, sir. You need to be quick-witted.
Yeah.
You need to think ahead of time. You need to throw in rebuttals to be ahead of your opponent.
That's right.
And like that, you need to... It is all about the bravado. So, you need to have your confidence.
Konting
always.
example naman. Just, for example, your experience so far on BQB. Gawin natin 1 verse or 2.
Hey, my name is Kurt. I'm a battle MC.
Watch me on TV. I'm in Bilyonaryo Quiz B.
Alright! Woo! Meron pa ba? Meron pa ba?
Hey, I will never stop till I'm running out of steam. This is my first step towards my dream.
Oh, okay. I wish I could give you points for that, but thank you so much. That's really impressive. That's on the spot. Thank you so much. All right, Zyrus, what about you? I think the interesting thing about you is that you are now on your way to Paris in September, I understand. Hopefully, you make it to the grand finals, which is in September. I hope it doesn't conflict with your flight to Paris for an exchange program. Tell us about that.
I'm set to fly to Paris in September 2026. I'll be spending 1 semester studying French language and civilization at INALCO. It's a university specializing in language, and it has the only Filipino department in the whole of Europe, as far as I know.
Cool.
Yeah.
So how's your French so far?
Yeah, I've been practicing.
Okay.
And it's...
Alam mo naman, when you go to Paris, people speak French there.
Oui.
All right.
My French is c'est bien.
Oh, okay,
as well.
okay. That's a good start. Anyway, a few more months to go before you hit the tarmac of the Charles de Gaulle Airport. And hopefully, the best of luck for you there in your exchange program. Thank you so much. Kurt, Mick, Zyrus, are you ready for our next round? Okay, our contestants' interests span food, rap, and croissants in Paris, of course, showcasing their diverse strengths and curiosity for learning. Now, we love that, and we commend them for their courage and their daring for joining us here. So let's cheer them onward as we move on to round number 2. It's a little more difficult at this point, and of course, we give you more points for this. 2,000 points each, plus of course, that Bilyonaryo booster question worth 4,000 pesos. As the scores stand, Mick has 5,000, Kurt has 2,000, Zyrus has 1,000. It's still anyone's ball game. So let's find out what our rules are in this round.
In round 2, the game mechanics remain the same, but the questions are now more difficult and worth 2,000 pesos each, except for the Bilyonaryo booster question, which is worth an exciting 4,000 pesos. No wagers, no penalties, just a big-time boost to get our contestants nearer the Bilyonaryo Quiz B finish line. At the end of this round, the 2 contestants with the lowest scores will be eliminated, leaving 1 weekly winner to advance to the bonus round and a slot in the semifinals. If round 2 ends in a tie, the game goes into a sudden death tiebreaker, where the first contestant to answer correctly wins. So get ready, contestants. May the Bilyonaryo Quiz B odds be in your favor.
That's right. Good luck. Let's go to round number 2. History. We're looking for European kings due to his perceived role as a calculating figure who resided in a palace monastery. What Spanish monarch was dubbed the Spider of the Mick?
King Philip II.
Spider of the Escorial. Felipe II, yes, or Felipe II, after whom the Philippines was named when he was still, of course, a prince at that point. Yes, very good. Off to a good start, Mick. You now have 7,000 points. Let's go to question number 2. Science and technology and biology. What do you call a natural form of asexual reproduction in which the embryo develops directly from an egg without the need for any fertilization? Go, Zyrus.
Parthenogenesis.
Yes, correct, Zyrus. 2,000 points for you. Would you know what that means, literally? Parthenogenesis.
I think it's from Parthenon connected to Greece. What does that mean?
That's a stretch. No, it's actually the virgin birth. Parthenogenesis. Genesis birth. Parthenon. Maybe that's where you got the part about the Parthenon, which is, of course, virgin. Okay, let's go to our next question. Arts and literature. This is about Philippine music, okay? What celebrated poet wrote the lyrics of the song Bayan Ko? Do you know this, Mick?
Julian Felipe.
No. Let me finish the question. What celebrated poet wrote the lyrics of the song Bayan Ko, reflecting the Filipinos? Kurt?
Jose Corazon de Jesus.
Would you know his pen name?
Huseng Sis Batute.
Okay, be careful there. Huseng Batute. But yes, Jose Corazon de Jesus is the correct answer. Amazing. That's right. This is a nationalistic song, okay? It was sung during the EDSA Revolution, but people forget it was sung and composed actually for something way before that event. This was, of course, in 1939. It was, of course, a desire for independence from the American regime. And it was Huseng Batute, his pen name, Jose Corazon de Jesus, the correct answer. Next question. Math and logic. What 5-letter term refers to a proven proposition or statement that is used as a stepping stone to prove a larger. Zyrus?
Is it proof?
No, it's not proof. To prove a larger. Mick?
Valid?
Wrong. Let me finish, Kurt. What five-letter term refers to a proven proposition or statement that is used as a stepping stone to prove a larger or a more important theorem? 5 letters. L-E-M-M-A, lemma. Lemma. Not lima, lemma. Although, okay, next question. Geography and nature. Found only in the Philippines. What goby is the world's smallest commercial fish? Mick?
Dilis?
No. Kurt?
Tabios?
Yes, tabios is correct. There's another word for it. Did you know? Sinarapan. Sinarapan or tabios. Would any one of you know where this is found? This is found in Lake Buhi in Camarines Sur. That's usually taught in high school. Sometimes in grade school, Lake Buhi, Camarines Sur. Yep. Only 10 to about 13 millimeters in length. Smallest commercial fish in the entire world. Next question. General information. We have a very tight race so far. Business giants, okay? What international company installed the 3 iconic red-faced clocks on the hexagonal tower of the Manila City Hall back in 1942? Nick?
JP Morgan?
No. It's also popularly nicknamed Big Blue. Those clocks on the tower of City Hall. What company made those or installed those? Time's up. The answer is IBM, International Business Machines. Of course, we know them for their computers, their software today. Back then, they were making those very cutting-edge, very high-value clocks that were found all over the world. And we have 3 of those on the hexagonal tower of Manila City Hall up until today. Next question. History. We're looking for famous discoveries here. What did Robert Ballard discover in 1985, which led to a best-selling book 3 years later and a top-grossing film 12 years after? Mick?
Titanic?
Yes, the Titanic, the wreck of the Titanic, or the RMS rather, the RMS Titanic. Would you know where that was found? Off the coast of Canada, right, in the North Atlantic Ocean, somewhere in the southeast of Newfoundland, Canada, in fact. All right, it's still anyone's game at this point. That's 2,000 points for every correct answer. And let's not forget, 4,000 points with a Bilyonaryo booster question, which is this question right now. For 4,000 points, named for a renowned physicist, what philosophical statement propounds the question? If the universe is vast and life may be common, why haven't we found any signs of other intelligent life? What is a statement? Philosophical statement. For 4,000 points. No one? Time's up. Time is up. It is a Fermi paradox. Fermi paradox.
Enrico Fermi?
Yes, the same one. Enrico Fermi, the Italian-American scientist who first posed that question in the 1950s. But the correct answer is not him, but the paradox, the statement, which is a Fermi paradox. Next question. Okay. Arts and literature, we're looking for polymaths. The first recorded patent for an industrial invention was granted in 1421. Mick?
Archimedes.
That's not correct. Let me finish the question. The first recorded patent for an industrial invention was granted in 1421 in Florence, Italy, to what renowned architect and engineer? Who was this architect and engineer who got the first industrial invention patent?
Leonardo da Vinci?
Kurt, remember the rules. Wait for me to call on you first. Nevertheless, what was your answer?
Leonardo da Vinci.
Leonardo da Vinci, not a bad guess, but that's incorrect. Zyrus, it's all yours. Take your time, 5 seconds. 3 seconds, 2. Any inventor? Filippo Brunelleschi, as in the Brunelleschi's dome, the Duomo of Florence. But that wasn't what was given the patent. What was given the patent was the very first crane system for shipping and transporting marble from Carrara, close by in Tuscany. Okay, next question. Question number 10. This is in math and logic. will require some mental math here. I'll read the question twice. What is the slope of the line given by the equation 3x plus 6y minus 7 is equal to 0? Again, what is the slope of the line given by the equation 3x plus 6y minus 7 is equal to 0? You have 5 seconds. Again, you guys at home, you can see the equation on your screens. Our students don't have the same opportunity. Zyrus, what's your answer?
3.
3 is not correct. Anyone like to steal? Time is up. It's negative 1/2, okay? So the slope is equal to a over b, is equal to negative 3 over 6, is equal to negative 1 over 2, or negative 1/2. Let's go to question number 11. Geography and nature, precious objects. This is a picture quiz. Let's take a look. What is the name of this fabulous but also controversial object, Zyrus?
Diamond.
What diamond is it?
Blue diamond.
It is a blue diamond. That's not what we're looking for. It only looks blue, of course, because of the colors. Again, let me finish the question for Kurt and Mick. What is the name of this fabulous but also controversial object that was discovered in present-day India? Its name literally means the mountain of light. So if you know Persian, you might know the translation. Koh-i-Noor. Koh-i-Noor is one of the largest, not the largest diamonds in the world, but it's controversial because countries like Pakistan, Afghanistan, India have been saying that the British stole it from them. It's also controversial because they say there's a curse to male leaders. So leaders who have had possession of this diamond have met some very violent deaths in the past, okay? So yes, it's 105 carats, a diamond, and it sits right now in the display at the Jewel House at the Tower of London. All right, let's go to our last question. Question number 12. General information, signs and symbols. Often used to represent infinity. What ancient symbol is commonly depicted as a serpent or dragon eating its own tail, Kurt?
Ouroboros.
Ouroboros is correct. Is it enough? Is it enough? It is not enough, Kurt. 8,000 pesos for you. Not enough to catch up with Mick with 9,000 pesos. Zyrus has 3,000 pesos. Let's give a big round of applause to Mick, who is our champion for the week. Congratulations,
Thank you so
Mick.
much.
I want to say thank you to Kurt. Kurt,
Thank you, sir.
I wish you all the best, not just in school, but in your career as a battle rapper, okay? I hope to see you the national champions of that one, okay? And how about you, Zyrus? All the best in your trip to Paris.
you, sir.
You are a winner already because you're representing UP Diliman, among the best students in Europe there at that institute in Paris. So congratulations. What an incredible finish to round 2. We saw some sparks of genius and moments of true grit from all our contestants here. A big round of applause again for them. So stick around as our weekly winner heads on to the Bilyonaryo Quiz B bonus round. We'll have Mick in a short while. Welcome back to BQB and welcome to another exciting moment of today's competition. This is the Bilyonaryo bonus round, which is brought to you by Playtime Cares. Now, one exceptional contestant has battled his way to this point, armed with skill and determination. We have Mikolo Gocolay-Rivera. Mikolo, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
You know, it was really tough at the end because Kurt was so close to you catching up, but you stayed calm. How do you do that?
So, most importantly, sir, I just remained confident. And most importantly, I kept praying. I know that someone out there is guiding me. I'm thankful that this is such a surreal moment, sir. So
okay, now you can calm down now. You can calm down, but remain confident because we are going to have the Bilyonaryo bonus round next. Your chance to take home much more money with you. But remember, you already qualified for the semifinals, so that's good news. Okay, listen in to our competition rules for the bonus round.
Welcome to the Bilyonaryo bonus round, which is brought to you by Playtime Cares. Our weekly winners face off against a 60-second clock to answer 10 questions worth 3,000 pesos each. Once a question is asked, the contestant can either take their time to consider their best answer, or they can say pass and move on to the next one. After that, the question is discarded and will not be asked again, even if there is time left on the clock. To begin the bonus round, our weekly winners must first pick one of 3 mystery categories. Let's hope they choose wisely.
All right, Miko, I want you to take a look at our LED screen here. We're going to give you 3 choices. All right, these are quite vague, quite tricky titles, but of course you'll find some clues embedded within each. So take your time, choose one when you're ready. High and the mighty, seek and you shall find, or speak like a sage. Which one is it?
I'd go with number 2.
Seek and you shall find. What do you think we are seeking, which we're hoping you will find? In an answer?
World capitals or something?
World capitals. Okay, let's see if you're right or wrong. No, not world capitals, but don't worry. According to Google, these are among the most searched persons, places, objects, and terms in 2024 last year. Both around the world, searches around the world, and searches in the Philippines, okay? Google searches. So if you're ready, the timer begins after my first question. And here goes. He vowed anew to make America great again.
Donald Trump.
Princess of Wales who was diagnosed with cancer.
Kate Middleton.
Collectible plush toys looking like monster elves. Google searches of last year.
Labubu.
It became the top grossing animated film of all time.
Avatar.
One-word OPM hit song by Gionella. Tagalog, OPM.
Singing.
Female gymnast who won 3 gold medals at the Paris Olympics.
Biles. Simon Biles.
London Museum with a massive permanent collection.
Sorry.
London Museum with a massive permanent collection.
The Louvre.
TV series prequel to Game of Thrones. Prequel of Game of Thrones.
Pass.
He lost to Jake Paul in a heavyweight boxing match.
Mike Tyson.
From last year.
Mike Tyson.
Member of One Direction who passed away in Argentina. People were searching his name on Google last year.
Payne. I am Payne.
Okay. You have how many more seconds left? 3, 2, 1. Let's first go back to the questions. He vowed anew to make MAGA. Donald Trump is correct. Princess of Wales diagnosed with cancer. It was Kate Middleton. Or Princess Kate would have been correct. Collectible plush toys, Labubu. That's correct. It became the top grossing animated film of all time. You said?
Avatar.
No, it's Inside Out 2. That's quite a surprise,
I thought
right?
it was anime, sir. Sorry, I'm not an anime fan.
Yeah. One-word OPM hit song by Gionella, Singing. You seem to know this. Very good. Female gymnast, 3 golds at the Paris Olympics. Yes, Simone Biles. London Museum with a massive permanent collection. You said the Louvre, that's in Paris, of course. London Museum, would you know? Just say, British Museum. It's the British Museum. TV series prequel to Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon is the correct answer.
JP.
Mike Tyson, yes, he lost to Jake Paul in a heavyweight boxing match. And indeed, it was Liam Payne, member of One Direction, who passed away in Argentina. That gives you 7 correct answers, times 3,000 pesos each. So you had 9,000 earlier in the program, and you had an extra 21,000 in this bonus round. That's easy math, right? 30,000 pesos.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
Wow. That's a lot of money.
Yes,
And this is just a start, because we will see you again in the semi-final round of BQB. That's right, tonight's competition was nothing short of amazing. So a big round of applause for Miko here, our contestant, who showcased incredible wit and skill. And of course, to all of you, our wonderful audience, for keeping the spirit high online. So see you all on our official social media pages for updates on the show. We love your enthusiasm on our social media pages. Keep it there. We love you. Now here at Bilyonaryo Quiz B, we believe that knowledge is your greatest asset. Remember that, Miko.
Yes,
so keep nurturing it. Curiosity is the key to a lifetime of discovery. So tune in next week for more fun, more challenges, and more mind-blowing moments just like we had this night. So good night, everyone, and keep learning. We'll see you again next week.